past, I've journaled and given up after a few pages. I was self-conscious. I felt I had to have a structure or use one journal for one topic and another journal for another topic. The rules I created for myself created pressure, so I gave up. I discovered, however, that the best way for me to journal was by having no structure, no rules, no dates. Just a blank notebook for me and my thoughts. One day we were in the process of putting our house on the market. I picked up a journal and just started writing whatever I liked, and I've been writing in one ever since. My journals have helped me with my writing as a business, and with my confidence around my creativity. When I first started journaling in this journal, I was stuck in a rut. I would fill my days creating pictures for Instagram or videos for YouTube instead of writing, which is my big thing. It is my core. It is what I started this kind of online journey for 16, 17 years ago in the first place, because I loved to write. But I was overwhelmed at what I could do and didn't know where to start. Or if I did start, I wouldn't finish. I just didn't know what to do next. And the answer came to me in these journals. So this one I started March 2020. So this was just before the COVID-19 pandemic. This pink one was April 2020 till August 2020. So a lot of that is anxiety and things like that, especially at the beginning of the notebook, where I was trying to get my head around the whole lockdown situation and being at home and not going into schools. And then this one was from August 2020 till March 2021. And then my current one that I'm just finishing is from March 2021 until now, which is September. After starting my first journal, because we were moving house, and I also wrote down what I was reading and watching at the time and things like that. But as time went on, I explored how I was feeling about my writing. I analysed why I wasn't finishing projects, and I came up with answers. And the answers are all in these journals, and particularly where I've marked the pages with post-its. So I wrote about my relationship with Instagram and realised I was using it as a procrastination device. I wrote Dear Diary pieces, I wrote down ideas, I wrote wish pieces, I recorded events, I drafted pieces for blog posts, newsletters and essays. A single sentence became a paragraph and eventually 3,000 words. I would empty my head of pandemic anxieties and worries about my children and other aspects of my life. This enabled my mind to gain space and to breathe. I think that is crucial, absolutely crucial, if you want to do something creative. Creative thoughts found their way in and were allowed to grow. I wrote first thing in the morning, I wrote down my fears, I wrote down in the middle of the day, I wrote things down when I was doing something else and a thought suddenly occurred to me. And I wrote without filtering. I allowed the good, the bad and the ugly, all those ideas, thoughts and emotions to spill down on the page without the self-filter, without telling myself that this idea was bad or these thoughts weren't nice thoughts or whatever it was. I just got them out onto the page. And over time, I gained clarity, I gained purpose, I gained project ideas, and I knew how I wanted to turn my writing into a business. My notebooks are invaluable. It takes time, patience, honesty, and a lot of ink, but it's so worth it. If you'd like to know more about how I use my journals as a writer and how you can turn your scribbles into something more meatier, then grab a ticket to my masterclass on Wednesday the 29th of September at 7 p.m. BST. It's for 90 minutes, and if you can't make that time or date, a replay will be available.